she caught him. She caught him being breastfed by his mom in the bathroom.
Wait, stop. Wait, stop. I'm gonna throw up. Wait.
Hey guys, welcome back to Candid Cloud Convos.
It's your girls, Gina and Emelita. We're back at it, baby.
Another week.
We got a lot to talk about this week. So we're just gonna start with the most recent sad thing that fucking happened, If you guys also watched Law and Order SVU, you probably heard, but Richard Belzer from Law and Order, he was actually John Munch, his other.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something.
I know.
Okay, sorry. Wrong place, wrong time. So basically, unfortunately, he did pass away this past weekend at 78 years old. So RIP to him, and like respects and thoughts, prayers, all of that for his family. I don't know what happened. I don't think they really
released that information.
Yeah, but of course, that was a show that we grew up watching, and sometimes we still watch to this day. So
that's Olivia Benson. That's a bad beat right there. I mean, you want to talk about a boss woman? It's Olivia, right? Miss Benson.
Miss Benson.
But Detective Munch was very good too, and he was funny. And that's sad, I mean, but 78, he lived a good life.
Happy to make it that far. I mean,
yeah.
People unfortunately now are passing away like younger and younger, and it's just to be able to make it to almost 80. I think that's a huge accomplishment, Yeah. And he was honestly, also a comedian. I didn't know that.
Like, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm like, I don't even really know how old I want to get. I don't know if I want to get that old.
Like, I don't have much of a will to live. So.
Like, I don't know that I want to be that old or I can't barely do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no.
I don't know. That might change as I get older, but as of right now, I just want as long as I'm independent.
Right.
Or even if it's like a little bit codependent, okay. But I don't want to be completely codependent.
I don't want to be like a burden to my
and
kids.
Of course, like it's gonna be like, oh my god, you're done, and I get that, but
I am.
You feel that, you feel it.
I felt that for a long time, so it's just gonna get worse.
And then especially when you really can't do nothing, you're like, okay,
like I have to depend on someone.
Yeah.
Moving on, as we do, we have to move along, move past it. I'm trying to figure out where I want to, like, which thing I want to tell you.
Okay, I want to know about that snail stuff.
Okay, so as we said in recent past episodes, we've said that we're in our book era, right? Healing era, all that. Your girl's in her skincare era, or at least I'm trying, because hitting almost 25 here, we have to start doing preventative things for anti-aging. I don't want to be 30 and look like I'm 80. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I have some products to share. One in particular that has some controversy, I think, but it works really good. So the product that I'm talking about is, I forgot what the brand is, but it's called Snail Mucin. I'll put the screenshot right here for everyone. And it's I believe it's 96% snail secretion. I don't know if that's the right word.
Secretion?
I don't know if that's the right word. You know how like snails make a trail? Yeah, the slime. It's the slime of the snail.
And what's it supposed to do?
It pretty much changes your whole fucking life, or at least that's what I'm expecting it to do. So you put it on mostly with it does better with nighttime skincare, and so it's like supposed to help with dark spots, with wrinkles, with hydrating your skin. It's for all skin types, so anybody can use it. Pretty much supposed to change your life.
is this like an ancient thing? Like people a long time ago used to do this, or it's like new? They were like, oh my gosh, we just found out that this works really good for your
It's
skin.
actually in a lot of Korean skincare, but this
Okay.
specific one is like the essence of it. So it's like 96%. It's like the highest grade of it you can buy, I guess. But
Uh-huh.
Korean skincare does use a small amount in most of their products. So I
Okay.
don't know who decided, because I know Korean skincare is actually like amazing for you. It's just it
Yeah.
can be a little pricey. So using this product, you can add it to like other stuff, and
Yeah.
elevate it just a little bit. It was like $25, but it's a pretty big bottle, honestly. And you only use like one or two pumps depending on how much you want to use. But
Do
yeah.
you put it on your neck too?
And on my
Uh,
hands. I put it on my hands too.
oh yeah, girl. These hands. Actually,
These
they've gotten
man
better.
hands.
They've gotten better. It's dry hands is what I got.
No, mine too.
But,
Also, when you're using a UV, I like do gel nails or like gel X nails. If you ever do those, just if you don't have the gloves that you wear that just have your fingertips open, then try and put some sunscreen on them, because your hands are like they can tell your age and stuff, or like age you more, and using that a lot, it will age them faster. So helpful tip, just use some sunscreen. I did that today when I did my nails, and I feel like they don't look as like crusty as they did,
huh.
or as they normally do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to get your reaction about what that was, because I didn't know if you have seen it like surfacing and stuff.
No, I've never seen anyone talk about
Oh,
it.
shout
How
out
long have
my
you been
girl
using it?
Alessandra. I'm gonna post her Instagram right here. She is actually from Vibin' and Kind of Thriving podcast, and she recommends it. So I was like, I have to get it now. And yeah,
How long
you
have you
wake
been
up and
using
your
it?
skin is so nice and like glowy. You look like a freaking glazed donut. What did you say? I'm sorry.
How long have you been using it?
I just got it on Monday.
Okay. Okay. So far so good. So far
I've
so
used it
great.
3 times, but every single time I wake up and my skin is like I just got a facial or something. It's really
Wow.
nice. I'm telling you. When you come or when I see you, I'll let you use it. You might
Okay.
be grossed out, but it works.
Not too bad.
It
I feel
doesn't
like
smell though, so that's good. Like it is kind of slimy, obviously, but it doesn't
yeah.
smell, which a huge plus.
Yeah. I'm down to try it. I'm not gonna put it past it. If they say it works really good.
Yeah, and she's been using it for a while, and she reposted my post. I was so excited. She reposted, she's like, "Oh my god, we're always adding to the snail gang."
That's funny.
Yeah, but definitely recommend.
Why is it called Mucin? Is that what the actual name of the stuff is, or that's the brand?
No, the brand is like Cosix or something. Cosox or Cosix or starts
So
with
Mucin is what that slime is called?
Snail Mucin. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's similar to mucus in my brain, so I'm like, oh, it's probably like this.
Yeah. Well, it's probably like if it's the same consistency too,
Yeah,
then
I should have brought it with me. I'll show you after.
you don't want to go get it?
Okay, I'll go get it. Okay, skincare with Emilita. So
Okay.
this is the face wash that I got. It's from Youth to the People. It's green tea, spinach, kale, and vitamins, and it's a superfood cleanser. It kind of smells like kale, honestly. It's kind of weird, but that's the cleanser. This is the toner. It's Glow Recipe Watermelon. Hold on. Watermelon. Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. So it's supposed to like reduce the view of like your pores and clean them. Obviously, it smells.
So do you use two toners? I mean, two cleansers?
2 cleansers, yeah.
Okay.
I use this one first, and then I use the Dermalogica, the daily microfoliant. It's in the shower right now, so I would have grabbed it, but it's wet. Yeah, I do that one. Then I do the toner. Then you spray your face, because if you do the Snail Mucin on a dry face, it can dry your skin out more. So you always have to do it like with your face wet, either spraying it or just literally putting water on it.
That's the wisdom of the week.
That is the wisdom, but highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yes, 5 stars on Yelp.
On Candid Cloud.
Yes. Nena knows. Okay. Gina, tell me about this metal sphere. What the is going on?
No one knows. No one knows. Um, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've seen it pop up a few times. Is that there's this like big old like metal, literally just a big metal
Looks like an
sphere.
egg.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's huge though, and it popped up on like in Japan on a shore, on a beach shore.
Yeah.
And
It's
earlier
a
this
snail egg.
week, they open it, it's snail mucin.
It's just mucin everywhere.
People start
They hit
coming
the
with
jackpot,
containers.
bitch. That was $25.
That's what I'm saying. People start coming with their containers and buckets full of it. No, yeah, so they still don't know what it is, and so they just left it on the beach, and I think they closed it off. No one can go on that beach now because they don't know what it is.
Right.
And it's like, how did it get all the way to shore? It's metal. How the hell did it?
It doesn't look like metal to me, but I like, what kind of metal is it? It really looks like an egg, like a dinosaur egg or something.
It's crazy, right?
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. It's like
Weird.
it almost to me looks like a freaking. Obviously, I knew that it wasn't that, but when you look at it really quick, it looks like a planet. Like that's what
It
it
kind
looks
of
like.
does. Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it kind of does. And then you just see the police like on the picture just standing around it, and you're like, God damn, that thing's really fucking big compared to the people too.
Yeah.
Like it's not bigger than them, I don't think, but like in comparison.
And did it get all the way at that part of the beach by itself, or did people like push it up higher up on the beach so it didn't float back away or something? I don't know.
Or
Did
did
it wash back?
someone like put it somewhere? Like, yes, it washed up, but like, did they put it like it didn't come from the deep ocean? You know?
Wait,
Like
what?
maybe it did not come from like the deep ocean. Maybe it came from like somewhere closer and it just happened to like wash up there. And like the person who left it there, do you think they wanted it to wash up there?
They're looking for it right now. Oh no, my metal sphere. Where did it go? They're hella sad.
No. Like, what was that? Genuinely though, what, put the picture up here on the screen. What is this used for? What is this thing?
Wait.
And with all the, okay, not to get like too, controversial or conspiracy theories, right? But like with all these UFO things, they're shooting things down into the freaking land and shit. Like, what's happening? What's going on?
And all those like the train getting that
Yes.
had all the chemical stuff, and then
In
a truck with
Alaska,
the
there was a
chemical
freaking
stuff.
alien sighting. Like, what is going on?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
We
But
don't know.
what's actually going on that they're using these small little stories to like cover it up?
Uh-huh.
That's just my opinion.
I seen this thing that was like some guy found like so like hella gold underneath, like buried, and for some reason he decided to go to the FBI about it. And then the next day, like during the middle of the night, they dug it up, and it was like over $300 million worth of gold. And it was dug up in the middle of the night, the night after he told them about it. And someone was like, imagine finding that much gold and going to the FBI. Like, why would you do that?
Oh my god. Morals and whatever, but like they don't need no more money.
Exactly.
I need the money.
Like, I'm struggling.
Right. I don't know where you turn gold in other than like the cash for gold places, but they're gonna be like, oh, ma'am, where the fuck did you find it?
They come in with a nugget.
The egg, the metal thing.
Like, how the hell did you get this in your car?
Like, actually, we can't bring it in. Can you appraise it out here?
It's just dragging on the street.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
Don't know what that was, but hopefully we get an update soon about it.
Yeah. If we see any updates, we'll have to let you guys know, because this is the type of stuff that just like we're curious about, and you got to make life fun somehow. You really do. Something really fucking fun and cool and awesome and exciting is that there was 2 very rare tiger breeds that were born last month on January 7th to 2 first-time parents. Their name are Kasarna and her partner Dash. And these specific ones that were born are going to eventually obviously mate, and then they might bring the species back. They're very endangered right now.
What kind of, do you know the species?
Yes, I do. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes, I do. Sumatran or Sumatran tiger subspecies. They're currently critically endangered. And yeah.
That's so exciting. I wonder how that, where did they get the parents and then they just decided like
they live at Chester Zoo in the UK.
So like they had them already or they found
had
them
the parents
together? Okay.
And then the parents, there's actually footage of the cubs being born. I didn't watch
the
it,
parents
but
mating?
yeah. For you little nasty. No, there's footage of the birth. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they were tiny twins. But it's they were twin tigers, yeah. But it's unclear right now. They haven't said if they're like boys or girls or a mix or whatever. So hopefully they end up being the ones to bring back their entire species.
That's awesome. That's
I
so
only
cool.
had to tell you guys because Gina loves tigers and turtles. So had to update her on that. I thought it would happen recently, like this week, so it would have been even better. But they were born January 7th. So
that's still pretty recent though.
Yeah. Had to share.
They're like a month and a half old.
They're probably
That's so cute. They're probably already big.
so fucking cute.
Yeah.
And they probably are big for sure.
Oh, I could not. I would cry. Like I would actually cry.
You did.
That's what I'm saying. I know. I would actually cry.
Not much will make Gina cry, but baby, get her a tiger cub. She's waterworks.
Weird buttons that I have that will make me cry.
I resonate with that. If I seen I actually did get to feed an elephant as a kid. My dad took us to this like sanctuary place. It wasn't a zoo. It was like where the show animals and stuff, like the ones that were in like circuses and stuff. They end up adopting them and like keeping them when they get older and they can no longer do the business, or even like animal actors like monkeys and tigers and shit that they've had. So he took us there. I don't know where it's at. Maybe I can ask him and put it on the screen if he remembers, but it was really fucking cool and I got to feed an elephant. But at the time I didn't really understand how important it was and like how much more meaningful it could have been had I put two and two together, you know. But it was really cool.
So if you were to do it again now as an adult,
I don't think I would cry because I was only feeding it and like it was through a fence. Like I wasn't like getting to like touch it and stuff. But if I got to like pet it, I would not ride one because I think that's not. I don't think that's right. Personally, you know, do what you want on your own time. But like personally, I wouldn't do it. But like to like get to, you know, touch it, see his little eyeball or big old eyeballs, that'll be fun.
At the Myrtle Beach Safari, you can hug its trunk. You get to feed it. You feed it a carrot, and then you can hug it, and they'll take your picture hugging it.
That would make my life.
I'm saying I would go again. I would literally in a second. I would go again.
That's probably what would cure my depression. That right there.
Because and it's not even just like tigers and elephants. There's wolves, there's monkeys, there's lemur. There's so much. I
actually learned that at that sanctuary place that hyenas laugh like that, how they do on like Lion King when they feel threatened. They don't do that when
it's like a call, like a
but in Lion King they just do it when they're being like assholes.
They make them like goofy.
Yeah. And speaking of another goofy motherfucker, I was looking for the Candid Clown of the Week and boy did I fucking find one. So there's a video, I will put it on the screen hopefully, of this man and he's obviously drunk. He goes into an elevator. He has a cigarette in his mouth, but it doesn't look lit. And he has a drink in his hand, but it's all clear. So it must have been like straight vodka, I'm assuming. He has a lighter in his hand. He decides
the guy's going through some things if he's drinking straight vodka.
Light his drink on fire. Did you think that could happen? Now you know it does. Lights it on fire, then the fucking drink falls because obviously he's not gonna hold it because it's on fire. He takes his jacket off and tries to like put out the fire. Meanwhile, he's stuck in the elevator. It's going up or down. He's stuck. He gets finally where the door opens. He just drops down to the ground and then he eventually gets out and there's literal fire on his legs because the jacket is like wrapped around him. And then you see the doors close and they open back and you just see the fucking jacket on fire.
Oh my God. What an idiot.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Even drunk. We've talked about this last week. People doing stupid shit when they're drunk.
He
And I
must have like
don't
just
get it.
gave into his intrusive thoughts. Like he's like, I wonder what would happen if I put this on fire. If I
You're
like this.
actually right.
And then regretted it right away.
That's probably exactly what happened.
Also, that made me think of
That'll
something
get you.
that I seen and I'm surprised. Like I just remembered it. So good story. PSA for if you get a drink that has like that smokes, you know, like with the dry ice or whatever. I seen this one that said that they give a girl a drink and it was, you know, the smoking ones, whatever, and it looks all pretty.
Yeah.
And she drank from it and she said instantly like her stomach felt like it expanded way too much. And then she ended up having to go to the hospital and they said that her stomach would have literally exploded because they used to make the drink smoke like that, they use liquid nitrogen and you have to, so if they do that, you have to let all of the smoke finish before you go to drink it. It has to evaporate. She obviously no one told her that. They didn't tell her what they used. She didn't know that, so she just drank it after they gave it to her, and it was instant. That like they, I forgot what it was. It's literally like a sip of it is like times 7.
Right.
So your stomach would have had to expanded like
holy shit.
Yeah, and so
She finished the drink.
She took one drink. She took one
and then
drink.
She ended up feeling sick and she left.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
And then they say with dry ice, like it falls to the bottom, but you should still let it. They're like, don't drink it until all of the stuff is gone, all of the smoke and fog is gone.
Yeah, just they to be really safe. Should be fucking telling people that.
And like if you're gonna give them those kind of drinks, say, hey, you know, by the way, we use liquid nitrogen for this. Yeah, like give the warning. And if someone does it, then like that I feel like that would be some kind of liability, no?
Yeah, I would think so. Because if you drink it too fast, can't you get like burns in your throat?
Probably.
I know it's ice, but like the liquid, whatever
nitrogen.
Yeah, that shit like burns.
I know for sure dry ice does. Like if you hold it for too long. So if you're But yeah, so PSA because I didn't know that.
Worse, no? I would think.
Yeah.
That shit scares the fuck out of me. I don't like none of that.
Because it's like when you see it and you see it on people's stories too, you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. That's so nice. When it comes in those things and they open it and
they have the little case. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's really cool. But damn, I didn't know it was that dangerous.
It's not worth going viral.
I know.
We've talked about that last too.
Floating?
No. No. And I'd be like, and you know who did it? This restaurant. Call them out.
Yeah.
They didn't tell
I don't know if she did, but
whatever.
I would be pissed.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Why didn't nobody tell me? And how has this not happened to somebody else?
Grand old time, and now I'm at the hospital.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to go there after a night out? Like,
I seen another thing about a girl, like she had went out with her friends and somehow her drink got spiked. And she like and she posted like some videos and it's really hard. Like it's honestly kind of hard to watch of like how she was left afterwards. Like she's recovering now, but I mean, completely
what it was laced with.
I don't think she said. I don't think they knew yet, or like what it was.
Yeah.
But she said she was pretty much calling out the place that she was at. I don't remember if it was like a bar or a restaurant or a club or I don't know. But she was calling them out because I guess like they tried to say like her friends were getting hella scared, and they were trying to ask them for help, and pretty much they kind of like I guess they went outside because she was starting to get the symptoms even stronger and a lot quicker. And the security guards, they were kind of just like laughing it off, like, oh, another drunk girl like can't handle her liquor, blah blah blah. And they're saying like, no, something's wrong, like something's wrong. And they kind of just like chalked it up to, there we go, there's another one like acting out or whatever, blah blah blah. But
you fucking better.
The way she looked in the videos, that's not a girl that's too drunk or whatever. Like it looked like she was almost having some kind of like stroke, or she couldn't speak. Like she could barely speak. Her eyes were going everywhere. Her mouth was moving really weird. Like she had no control over her face or like her body. She was in a wheel. It was crazy. It was
especially if she's never taken a heavier drug or anything. Like if she, like that's.
And she was saying how like she felt so bad for her friends to have seen her like that because obviously she couldn't control nothing. But she said like it must.
Thank God they were there.
Traumatized. Yeah. No, like that's so scary.
No, that's
it's not funny. I'm not laughing. It's just so scary.
No, yeah, but like in the moment, I would feel really bad and probably say I'm sorry for the next year and a half. But like obviously, it's not her fault. And
Yeah.
also, I would be glad that at least people that cared about me were around versus
There.
me
Yeah.
being by myself or like having to go up to the security guard and they're not going to take you seriously. Like you said, they were like making fun of her. So
Yeah.
thank God they
And I
were
think
there.
they asked for like the camera footage to see if they could see who did it or anything like
Yeah,
that. And the police was just refusing to give anything.
that's shady.
Yeah. So it's like, why?
Yeah, what are you
If
trying
there's
to?
nothing to do with it, then why not help her out? Someone who got like a person got spiked in your restaurant or in your what like
Right.
establishment. Why would you not want to do everything you can to help out? It's
That's
if not for just being like good people, at least for the fact that this could hurt your business too.
right.
You know,
Because
like
the word gets around, oh, people are getting spiked over here at such
yes,
and such. Like,
yeah. Like even if you're
hell
not
no.
gonna do it for your good ethics, think about it
Which is
smartly
bad
too.
enough that they even have to
Exactly.
ask. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be offering, however, if I owned a business and something like that
Yeah.
happened, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was insane. So I've seen this video and I want to know what you think about it because
Okay.
okay, so pretty much like a lady went to the bank, gave her check, went to deposit her check, and the tellers kept the check because I guess she was overdrawn in her account. So she had overdraft fees. So when the paycheck was deposited, all it really did was pay those overdraft fees that she had in her account.
You're lying.
So this girl, you know how like the bank has those plastic,
Right.
whatever they're called,
Plexiglass or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
homegirl jumped over them, went into like behind the counter and started causing chaos
Oh
behind there.
my God.
So started like fighting the bank tellers and stuff like
Mhm.
that. What do you
You want to
think?
know what my opinion is?
Yeah,
Why?
she directing
I,
it at the right person.
for starters, I think that doing that particular thing at that particular establishment, I don't think that what she did is going to get her the assistance that she's seeking.
Not at all.
Like they're not going to, that's not on them. I think that she needs to be more responsible and know like how much she's withdrawn to know if she even wants to deposit. Like that's
Yeah,
not on them to be your financial advisor.
yeah,
Like the people as tellers, they're literally just doing what you need them to do. So like you're depositing your check, they're going to do that. But what the contents of your bank has like nothing to do with them.
yeah,
So no, I don't think she directed her anger at the right people, nor did she do the right thing to get the help that she was seeking. Um, I understand though, like being stressed out about financials and just like being pissed off and
yeah.
in the moment that's what she chose to do, which I don't agree with, but I can kind of understand like where her headspace was at, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. That shit's like personally I've been through that before. I those
Yeah.
overdraft fees, they get you and
Case
they'll
especially
have you
because
have a mental breakdown.
they don't take their shit out on time or they don't process it. And so you think you have a certain amount and you don't
Yeah.
have that certain amount. So now you're screwed. And like, I get it, you know?
And I noticed what they do to me a lot lately. Like I don't remember
Uh-huh.
ever having this problem with them before, but they'll like reverse the claim, like do a claim reversal, give me money back, and then I'm like, I didn't put
I
this in.
didn't
I
put
didn't
the
put a
claim
claim
in.
in. Yeah. And so then they take it out back out because that was my transaction
Yeah.
at the worst possible time
The
for
least
them to take it
convenient
back
time.
out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, why do you keep doing that?
Right. Especially
But
if you didn't put the claim in. Like, why are
exactly
you
that's
doing
the
it on my
thing.
behalf?
Exactly. And then to take it out at your like convenience, but not mine when it's my account.
Yeah.
But
It's always when you need to pay something and you're like, oh my
exactly.
God, now I have no gas.
Yeah.
You know?
No, dude. And um I think I think the same thing. You think she definitely directed it at the wrong people. But I think they also should have told her, hey, just so you know, if you deposit that into this account, you're overdrawn on it. So you're not gonna see
Right.
that money. It's gonna
Yeah.
go toward that. At least let her know before you put it into her account. You
Right.
know,
Like
you
she should
see it
already
pop up.
know how much her bank
Yeah.
has. Like we have apps, we know how it works. But I agree. They definitely could have warned her for sure.
Yeah, because like they see it pop up before they put the deposit in.
Yeah.
for a very small period of time, I did work at Chase. So
Uh-huh.
like they had
You
multiple
can
times
see
where
it.
they could have told her
Yeah.
that, hey, by the way, just so you know, are you sure you want to deposit this? Like I
Right.
can rip this up real quick. We don't have to go like do the transaction. You can keep it if you want.
Yeah.
But also you can I think you can like ask them to like cancel those overdraft fees if
Right.
for
Because
certain reasons.
$34,
That's a that's a lot.
that don't sit right with me.
No, no, I literally have
No.
down to the like to a Chase bank and sat with someone was like, "Can you take these off of my account?"
You
Like
just do it by calling.
I girl, I tried and they were
Oh,
putting me on hold. They hung up on me, put me on I called back, they put me on hold again and by that point I was so stressed out. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. Like
Need
I'm going to
done
go down and talk to
now.
someone in person.
Yeah.
I stayed on the phone the whole drive there and then as soon as I literally
No.
about a 15-minute drive, I parked there. As soon as I parked, it brought me right back to the main menu. The whole time I was on hold.
Oh
And then at the
my
very end, brought me back to main menu. So
God.
had I not shown up at one of the
You would have
places,
been
I would
at
have lost
square
my mind.
one.
Yeah. So,
Dude.
dude, no.
That
And
like panicky feeling about what am I
it's
gonna do if
horrible.
this doesn't end up going, that shit will like that will make you spiral when you're
Yeah.
already spiraling. Like that will be what sends you over the edge. You know
I
what I
think
mean? Like,
that's probably what happened to her. She was
yeah,
probably already at that point, and
I
then they
get
did
it,
that.
but girl,
Whew.
especially at a bank,
Yeah. Like
that's
I'm
ballsy.
sure she must have gotten arrested.
That's fucking ballsy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't think they showed that, but
I'd
I'm
be
sure
so
she had
embarrassed, bro. So
arrested.
embarrassed. Like when you actually come, not come to, because obviously she wasn't passed out, but like when you come to realize, like, oh shit, like I
You're like,
just
it
did
was just,
that.
I was just having a bad
I
day.
was
You
having
just
a
caught
bad
me on a bad
moment.
day.
Please forgive me.
Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's
And then it's
perfect.
messed up because if she gets arrested and she actually like gets charged for like whatever,
Mhm.
now she's missing out on more work to then probably still be overdraft on her account, if not worse.
Yeah.
If she just broke even, she's gonna end up probably having a payment due or something that was automatic and then just be at the same freaking place and not have the
Yeah.
money because she couldn't work.
Yeah.
Ooh, prayers
Just a
for her.
domino effect.
Prayers for her.
For real.
So I don't know if you guys are like me. Reality TV for me is such a, what is it called? Like a guilty
Guilty
pleasure.
pleasure.
Yeah. I love that shit. I love it. Whether it be the Kardashians, whether it be this fucking housewife mom, fucking
Oh
smothered,
my god.
like
Oh my god.
any of
You know what
them.
I've been watching on YouTube lately
What?
for some reason? I don't know why I've been so obsessed watching like compilations of it. Is
Real
Dance
Housewives?
Moms. No,
Dance
Dance Moms.
moms. That shit's
Oh
going
my
viral
god.
on TikTok.
I don't know. I don't even know why I started watching it. And then I
Yeah.
started seeing clips of it on TikTok too. And I thought like, oh, my algorithm or something, or like
Yeah.
my FBI agent that listens to me. I thought he
Right.
heard me listening to Dance Moms all the time.
You know?
Yeah. But dude, I'm like obsessed right now. I have no idea what brought it on again. I used to watch it when it was on,
Me
not
too.
the whole seasons, but like
Right.
I think probably the first few.
I
And
would
so
catch it
like
if it
so
was
much
on.
stuff I missed out on. There's so much drama.
Yeah. And seeing those girls now be like influencers and shit is
Yeah.
insane to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You're 5. Calm down. You know, like they're like 20 now, or not
It's
20,
so
but like
weird. No,
it's
yeah, they are.
probably right. Like it's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I thought that was over exaggerating because like we're 25. We didn't watch it when we were 5, so or almost 25, whatever.
But I think and that was one thing I thought about it too. I was like, I think they must have like I must have thought they were younger when I watched it than what they actually were. Because
Right.
some of them are 21 now and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, oh dang, like I
They all
didn't
just
realize they were
look like 8-year-olds to me.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's weird. Oh my god, that like brings up so many memories. I used to watch that a lot too, and I would try and like do the dances too. I thought I was so cute.
The
Oh
way
my
they
god,
walk onto the
you know which
stage.
one would be my favorite besides Dance Moms? I really love Toddlers and Tiaras for some
Oh
reason.
my god, me
That was so
too.
fucking good, right?
Me too. It was
Dude.
horrible. Like
And
it's
then
horrible
you
what they were
remember when they
doing.
would get the teeth, like they called them flippers?
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was crazy.
Drew Barrymore used those too, I think.
Really?
Yeah, there's an
I
interview
actually
when she was
really
little.
like Drew Barrymore. I love
I
her a
do
lot.
too.
I
She's
think
very
she's
genuine.
very humble and genuine. Yeah. Love her. Would love to go on the Drew Barrymore show. Manifesting. Remy Cruz from Cooking with Remy. She went on and she did a Cooking with Remy.
I seen that. I didn't watch it, but I seen like the
Yeah,
picture stuff that she
it was
posted.
so cool. And I also love her so much. So it was just a win for one of my girls,
Win
you
win.
know? Yeah, a win for one of my girls. So reality TV. Another great show. I don't know if any of you guys watch it, but it's called My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding. And this shit gets crazy. Like these people are just ride or dies for them, for like their family or for people who care about them, which I respect a lot. But and however, I'm gonna tell you guys about this one couple, right? Okay.
Okay.
I don't remember their names, so I'm just gonna make it up. I think one of them was named like Marley or something. I think Marley was the girl. Oh, maybe no, that was the book I was reading. It's all getting jumbled up in here. Regardless, we'll just say Jane. Okay, Jane is the woman. Jane is engaged to Jack. Okay.
Okay.
Jane has 2 kids. Neither of them are Jack's, but he takes care of them like they're his, right? They move in together, they're living their life, they're about to get married. How exciting. But Jane is a gypsy, which is called Rumney Child. Rumney Child. That's the like that's like the literal term, I guess, for a gypsy coming from like England or something like that. And so she, like a lot of the times they marry within their families because they want to keep their bloodline strong. Like they want to have only
Incest?
gypsy blood. Correct. They want to have only gypsy blood within their family, right? So when she was younger, before she ever had her kids or anything, before when she was younger, she was promised to marry her cousin. We'll call him Bill. Bill and her never really like hung out that much or whatever. Like it was just when they were young, they were like, oh, they're similar ages. They're going to end up getting married, right? She goes down a different path. She ends up getting with Jack. They're engaged. They're living together. They're starting
Is
their
he
life.
also part of the family though?
No.
Okay.
Jack is what they call a gorger, which means that they're not gypsy.
Okay.
And their family is like not really accepting of it. They want to keep the gypsy blood, you know? So they're not really happy that she's getting married to him. She goes to him and she's like, I need to like basically see Bill, right? So Jack ends up watching the kids for her. She goes to hang out with Bill and they end up making out and whatever. And it's on camera because the camera producers are following her. So she has this meeting with him, whatever. She ends up going forward with getting married to Jack. They had broken up before because he started developing a drinking problem and he wasn't really trying to get it together pretty much. So fast forward, they're at their wedding. She's walking down the aisle. She gets to him at the end of the aisle. He's drunk. Jack is drunk. Like drunk. Like he can barely recite the vows that is being told to him. She said she can smell it on his breath. Like just
That's a good topic because I've seen videos like that. The groom is like either super hungover or like super drunk to where he literally the groomsmen are helping him stand up so that he can't even stand on his own. I would be pissed.
We haven't even had the wedding yet.
Yeah, like, I would be pissed.
If you take a drink or whatever to like calm your nerves, that's do you. But if you're gonna drink until you get drunk, and now our special moment is being fucking,
you're not even gonna remember it at this point. Like, and that's why it would piss me off because I'd feel like, why do you have to be this drunk for our wedding? Like for the ceremony. Yeah, like why did you get yourself to that point?
Right.
You know?
Ooh. And he was like bad, like just sloppy, you know? Yeah. He was barely reciting. He could barely say her name, like pronounce her name when they say so and so, do you take so and so? Like he could
I take you, Rachel.
Literally. And so she goes through with it, but then right after it's like he starts just being weird. They go to cut the cake and she's just like, he's like falling over, stumbling on her, just drinking more. And she's like, I'm just done. So she cuts the cake and she ends up like throwing it all in his face. He gets pissed off and he's like, oh, where's my beer? Blah, blah, blah. Then the cousin Bill, he finds her and he's like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to let you just sit here and be treated like this, blah, blah, blah. They end up leaving together. Girl. They end up leaving together on her wedding. They just run out the freaking venue together. And guess what? Fast forward 2 months later, now her and Bill are together. They're planning their wedding, and he is now being their stepdad. The kids.
Damn. So they're getting an annulment.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm assuming, yeah, because they was only married for like half an hour.
So maybe he didn't want to get married to her either. Then Jack
No, he did.
Jack,
He wanted to,
but he messed it all up. He didn't even try to fix it within those months.
His drinking, like I don't know if he just couldn't get it under control and just decided that day to have his way with alcohol. I don't know, but he was bad drunk, dude. Like I would have been so fucking pissed off.
I'd have been embarrassed, honestly.
Embarrassed, yeah.
That would have made me more pissed off, but I really just would have been so embarrassed.
And having to defend your husband, like your new husband, who everyone else, like
everybody, your entire family, your friends, your loved ones, his family, because then it's like, how do you even really act? You can't try to show your emotions.
Yeah.
Even if I like show on my face, like I can't help it.
Yeah.
But you have to still act like, oh, okay, like because everybody's watching you. Yeah, everyone's watching. They're waiting to see your reaction.
They probably already knew he was drunk before she even walked down the aisle, because I'm sure he was just stumbling and talking crazy. I don't know. It was wild. In one episode, I was like, oh damn, we just horrible. From one extreme to another.
I mean, that's pretty bad. That's pretty freaking bad. I seen another wedding related, or actually it was a story.
Why is so much wedding shit coming up on our TikTok and stuff?
Actually, this one's so like, okay, I seen these two girls talking about it in a podcast. So I want to set it up the same way that she set it up, and I hope that you have not heard this yet.
Okay.
So it's their wedding day, bride and groom. The bride goes to use the bathroom right before the ceremony.
Okay.
And what she sees in the bathroom was enough for her to cancel the wedding.
Oh my God.
What do you think she saw?
She saw the husband or the groom in the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it, so there's that. She either saw him cheating.
No.
Okay. There's a lot of things that he could have done. Something creepy, something gross. I don't
know. I swear, if there's no way I think you would think of this, but if you did, I would lose my mind. Like I would leave.
You're lying. You seen it? No. No, I have no idea. What happened? What did she see? What did she witness?
She caught him. She caught him being breastfed by his mom. In the bathroom.
Wait, stop. Wait, stop. I'm gonna throw up. Wait. I'm physically ill. Wait.
Yeah.
How old is this man? Married
enough? Old enough to get married. Enough? Yeah. Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Right.
Concerns, thoughts, and
that means she's got to have been breastfeeding since he's been born.
Yeah, how did she keep her milk?
Yeah. So how many?
I didn't even know it could last that long.
Imagine, dude. Think about if she didn't catch him. If she didn't catch him, he would have went up to that freaking at the end of the aisle, and they would have kissed your bride. You're now married.
Kitty milk breath. How many times has she already kissed this titty?
Exactly. Exactly. Dude, I would literally. I would be sick.
There's already a lot of controversy about like breastfeeding and when you should stop and how long you should be breastfeeding your kid, but goddamn, that's a lot.
I hope there's no controversy at the fact that he's getting married and still being breastfed by his mother. Like what?
That they need to be on Smothered. They would be I Love a Mama's Boy. Smothered is for the moms and daughters.
Oh.
Holy shit. They need to be on I Love a Mama's Boy because that's some next level shit.
I mean, they take the cake.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what could be more than that.
Give them the show. Like, it should just be about them.
Like, what if Like, what if he would do sports like in high school or something, or like as a kid, and then before each game, his mom would give him the nutrients and be like, "Go have a good game, son."
He's pumping all day while he's at fucking high school.
He's like, "Mom, hurry, come on, I gotta go."
Wait. Oh my
And
God.
it's not even that like, oh, he like she still produces milk and he drinks it from a bottle. He was being breastfed. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Tita in his mouth. Mm.
how is that not still? When does it go from, natural, like you're just feeding your child and giving, nutrients, to this is now a growing boy, a boy going through puberty, a man
What
still
does the
sucking
dad
on
think
good
about
food.
this?
Good question. What if he doesn't even know?
Oh my God, that's
That'd
disgusting.
be even weirder.
Wait, so if does he still live at home maybe? Or does he have to go by his mom's twice a day, morning, noon, and night to cook it?
She needs to live next door so he can get his supply.
He just drops it off in his freezer and he defrosts.
Ew, dude,
Wait,
in
he's
his
probably
lunch
so healthy
box.
though.
Dude,
He's
no.
probably
I mean,
so healthy.
maybe.
He probably never had a cold in his life. He probably never had the flu.
Dude,
I cannot. I have to laugh because otherwise that's gonna make me throw up.
I was like, I commend her for canceling the wedding and not marrying him.
Absolutely.
What do you even
That's not only a red flag, that's who do you call?
disgusting? I don't even know.
Who do you call for that?
And who do you like?
A
What
mental
do you
health
say?
therapist, that's who. That's fucking
Yes,
who.
yes.
Oh my God.
I
And you know
and
what's even worse? Like, because it was his wedding too, all his friends are there, and she probably ran out like, oh my God, look. Probably everybody knows. Everybody knows.
she just announces it. Hey guys, the wedding's canceled. I just saw my groom being breastfed by his mother. So
And how does
peace
she
out.
defend that? Like, how does the mom defend that?
Right. Right.
That's something else.
I don't even know what my next step would be. Like, where am I going? Am I just gonna go to a bar and just get messed up because like of what I
Oh,
just saw?
absolutely. I'm gonna fucking absolutely. I'm bringing you.
But at the same
We're
time, I'm
going
like, or should I just bring all the
getting
food
drunk.
because I didn't paid for it already? And it's not like I can cancel it. It's my
We're
wedding day.
not only taking most of the food, we're taking the cake with us too.
Everything. We're taking
Absolutely.
everything.
And at my wedding, I want a cannabis bar. So we're taking all that shit with us too. And
Everything's going.
yeah, we're gonna have a cannabis bar, a whole ass bar, the regular bar. We're taking all that, put it in the back of the trunk. We're out. You would be going on my honeymoon with me because I'm not canceling a trip.
Oh my god.
It's a girl's trip now.
What would he have done on the honeymoon? What would he have done?
He has to bring frozen packs, like the liquid IV, but it's
You just see him like squirting it in his mouth.
he puts it in one of those fake things that you bring to like the concerts as the sunscreen container.
Imagine she's like, "Oh, babe, can I have? What are you drinking? Can I have some?" No, no, this is mine.
Coffee like creamer.
Oh my! He uses the frother to puts it over ice.
God, that's some sweet cream cold foam for real.
Oh my god, that's so nasty. That's so bad. No.
Oh my god. He's never living that down. He should
I
just
could not believe it
at this point. Honestly, that would be less weird if he just married his mom at this point.
Yeah, I'd be like, you guys need to be happy by yourselves.
It's weird to even be that old and know what your mom's boobies look like.
Right.
As
Let alone
gender,
Yeah. Let alone sucking from it and getting whatever's in there.
I don't care how natural it is, it ain't happening. Not here.
No. Here. I'd rather drink regular milk than fucking do that.
Right.
And that's
saying a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
Oh my god, that literally made my whole fucking week. So we also mentioned last week about like straightforward and being blunt and all of that and what the differences are. So coincidentally enough, I seen that Mind Essentials tweeted 12 straightforward quotes on self-care, and I was like, oh my god, we got to share this. So number 1, maturity is when you stop asking people why they don't call or text you anymore. You just notice the change and accept it. No drama, no fights. You just walk away with a smile. Okay, what do you think about that?
Um, definitely true if it's never reciprocated, but
Yeah,
if it's something out of the ordinary for that person, maybe check in on them and see if they're okay. Like maybe they're going through something and kind of isolating, because I know I do that.
right,
So maybe check in on them first if it's if it doesn't happen often.
right. And if it's someone you care about, like I think you should at least let them know that you noticed a change and just be like,
Yeah.
hey, like we usually talk, like what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Number 2, remember you can't love someone into loving you if they already aren't ready.
Very true.
I agree. Number 3, people treat you exactly how they feel about you. Don't choose to be blind to it.
Ooh. When they show you their true colors, believe them.
Yeah. But I
Pretty much.
also, you have to also factor in like situational factors, you know? Like
Hmm.
if they're just going through a tough time and they're not giving you, like they're not showing you how they used to, it might not be you, it might just be them.
Yeah.
You know? Number 4, hold on to the people that bring you peace, let go of the people that disturb it.
Yes.
Highly agree. Number 5, it's okay if you're not where you want to be in life, where you thought you'd be in life right now.
Yeah. Still grasping that, but getting there, getting there.
Yeah. Like accepting it is different, especially when we live in a society where you see, especially with social media, you see
Yeah.
everyone's pretty much like highlight reel of what their life looks like. And you're like,
Yeah.
wow, they're so lucky to be able to do XYZ. And you're just like, damn.
That,
Yeah.
that's actually something I finally finished that freaking self-help book.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she was saying in it was you can't imagine like, you know, she gave a lot of different examples, but it was like you can't like be miserable and then expect when you get the perfect job and then you're going to be happy.
Yeah.
Or like, if you want your body to look a certain way, hating your body, and then finally once it's there, then you're happy with it. It's like
Right.
you're then putting it more into your head that being perfect has to look a certain way, and if it's not that, then it's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's you have to learn how to be happy with where you are, even if you want to move forward or go somewhere
Change.
else. Yeah, like
Yeah.
find happiness in where you are and what you're doing in the everyday, and that's how you're going to get to a place of genuinely being happy
Right.
and not
That makes sense.
forcing it just because you made everything quote unquote perfect.
Right.
You know?
I struggle with that a lot too, though.
Yeah, yeah. And so when I read it, I was like, oh my God, like I do that all the time. I think
Right.
once this happens, then it's gonna be so much better. And once
I'll
this
be
happens,
solid.
but
Yeah.
it's like no, like you have to learn how to get to that point now
Right.
and then do it.
And
So,
being content. I think you
yeah,
appreciate once you get to where that goal thing that you think is gonna like you're working toward, once you get to
yeah,
that, it's like you won't appreciate it as much if it's just handed to you. So each day that you're like
yeah,
struggling to get there, I feel like you appreciate it more once you have it
exactly.
or
Yeah,
something better, you know?
yeah,
Number 6, there will be people who don't believe in you. Show them what it's like to believe in yourself.
love that.
I love that one a lot. And there's a song by Ariana Grande, and it's one that we listen to together. I think it's POV if I'm not mistaken, but she says that she's starting to feel grateful for herself, and I was like, same.
Yeah,
Like I'm getting to that point where I'm like recognizing that I have my own, unique qualities to me, and that
yeah,
like obviously other people tell me about them, but I don't recognize them in myself all the time. So I'm
yeah,
getting to a place where I'm like, I'm pretty fucking dope. Like,
yeah.
oh,
I love that.
number 7, the wealthiest thing to have is a happy heart and a peaceful mind.
Yes.
Because baby, the money don't matter. When you're lying on your deathbed, you are not going to think about how much money you had or how much money you spent. You're going to remember the memories and the experiences you had and the people you had in your life, and that's what fucking matters,
Yeah,
in my humble opinion. My humble broke opinion. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Number 8, don't go back expecting to be fixed by the same person who broke you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a really common to, like misconception. It's like,
Right.
oh, well, I need the closure. Like I need, but it's not always necessarily that, like
Mhm.
for the most part, you got to find that closure within yourself, not from
Exactly.
that person because
Yeah.
you're not. And most of the time, you're not even gonna get it.
They're
Like
not
when,
gonna give it to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's the same thing about like forgiveness. When I have a really hard time sometimes when someone says forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you.
hmm,
I'm like, no. They get the satisfaction of me being like, I forgive you, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. And then I have to deal with the repercussions. But then again, you shouldn't say it's okay, it's fine, it's whatever, unless you actually feel that way, you know?
right,
Because
yeah,
some shit is just not okay. And
yeah,
it's just like a form of expression, I guess, to be like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. Especially if
yeah.
the people pleaser, you're like, oh, let's just breeze
Trying to
past this
avoid
confrontation.
confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But some things are just not okay, you know?
setting those boundaries.
Exactly. Number 9, you were never lost. You were just waiting for this version of yourself to find you. And that's
Oh,
true. I think that's true. Certain things won't stick unless you're ready to hear it, you know?
yeah,
Number 10, you don't need to carry everything you have been through. Some of it is meant to be left behind.
yeah.
True as fuck. Number 11, your anxiety acts up around certain people for a reason. Pay attention to it. And that is the realest. You
Yeah,
will
that's
feel it in your whole entire body.
yeah, yeah.
So don't ignore it. Pay attention. Number 12, last and final one is the most important day is the day you decide that you are good enough for you. It's the day you set yourself free.
Girl, can't wait. Can't wait.
Still waiting.
Yeah, still pending.
Yeah. But we're getting closer. I definitely say
Yeah,
like we are getting closer to.
no,
I was actually, you know how like some girls exude that confidence where like
yeah,
not in a bad way that they're like obsessed with themselves, but like not in a bad way. They're
yeah.
just like they believe in themselves, they believe that they're beautiful, they have that confidence and they carry it, and you just look at them like, God damn, I admire you. I want to
Rihanna.
be that. I want to have that. I want to
Like
exude
that's how I see
that.
Rihanna, you know? Like I
Yeah,
see it in just like she's just exudes confidence and she's
right.
very sure of
Hey,
herself.
Lonnie too.
And yeah, like that's the goal.
Yeah.
Because
I
they're
just
they're still very humble in the sense of like they're not rude to the people they work with,
no.
but they get stuff done,
They're
you know?
sure of themselves.
Yeah.
They speak their mind. They speak up for themselves. They don't let people
Yeah.
walk all over them. Love that.
Yeah.
Love it all.
One day.
Absolutely. And just to add our number 13 though, to add the wisdom of the week this week, the sooner you figure out which chairs don't belong at your table, the more peaceful your meals become. Pay attention to whom your energy increases and decreases around. That's the universe giving you a hint of who you should embrace or cut off. Listen and honor your spirit.
I like that.
Me too.
I feel like it even like touched on a couple of them that you read. Like
Yeah.
it's like when you're anxious around some like a certain person, listen to it like that.
Even like when they call you or something, like if you feel that feeling, it's probably because you don't feel comfortable around them or
Yeah.
they trigger something in you that bothers you. So when you
Yeah.
figure it out, you can at least try and like protect yourself from it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I really want to like somehow I want to get you the the self-help book that I read.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to read it
Uh-huh.
just because like
It's
for me it
intense.
was more of like yeah, it's a lot to process, but at the same time there was so much that I'm like, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
It's
oh,
worth
and then now like there's certain things that I realized those things like self-sabotage like things that happen, even though they
Mhm.
say like self-sabotage isn't necessarily real, but it is. But
Really?
it's more of like there she explains it that it's more like needs it's showing needs that you didn't know you need to, that need to be fulfilled, but it's pretty much just trying to keep you at like a safe comfortable
Safe.
place,
Right.
so it's not going to allow you to push any further because all it was doing to fill those needs was pretty much like survive, like you're in survival mode,
Yeah.
but now you're once you're at a point where you don't need to be in survival mode anymore, you're trying to get past that.
Yeah. Like
All your mind
default back.
yeah, all your mind knows is okay, well now I know that at least here you're safe. If you go and
Yeah.
try to do something more, something bigger, we don't know that yet. Something could go
Right.
wrong, this, and that. And that's where like that anxiety comes in.
Yeah.
And I noticed, I felt like that was very true to me because I know that like even when there's something I really, really want to do,
Mhm.
if it start like to happen, I start thinking of like what could go wrong, what is the
Right.
next step of having to do that's an uncomfortable like process, and all
Yeah.
that make me not want to do it or get that anxiety because I'm like, this is
Like
new.
tuck yourself out of it.
Yeah, and so it's you're already kind of like starting to get yourself in a place where it's like, oh no, 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 maybe this isn't the right move, or I shouldn't do this, even though
Yeah.
you know
Looking
that.
for any little sign to tell you don't do it.
Yeah, even though you know this is what you're supposed to do, you somehow talk yourself out of it, you
Right.
know? So it's like now because like she kind of pointed that out, I was like, oh, I do that a lot. I think it's a lot of what I've done,
A long,
you know,
for a
for a
long
long
time.
time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when something is coming up that I know is good for me, but I start to get those thoughts and I'm like, it's just because it's something new. Like it does not mean that is it kind of scary? Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. Like I
Right.
know that I want this, so stop trying to talk yourself out of it. It's okay
Yeah.
to be nervous. It's okay to be like, scared a little bit, but it doesn't mean you need to ruin it for yourself. Because
Yeah.
you don't,
Or miss out.
yeah, because more so I don't want to be in the same situation I'm in.
Mhm.
So I need to push past these like little feelings of being scared or nervous
Right.
and just, go with I'm
Both
probably
of
making
them is
so much work.
hard. Which
Yeah,
heart are you gonna choose?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, do you want
And,
to stay where you're at if you're
right.
unhappy, or do you want to just go through a little bit of an uncomfortable process, but get closer to where you want to be at?
And you don't grow in your comfort zone.
Exactly. But it's like all you know, so you feel like you're safe there, but
Yeah.
it's
You
just,
retreat. That's what
yeah,
I do. Yeah.
yeah.
Even
So,
like we've talked about it before, even when we're trying something new and you know it's supposed to be a fun experience, you're in your head so much that you're not allowing yourself to have fun, and
yeah.
you put those expectations. I think it comes back to what we said earlier about like the perfectionism. Like
Mhm.
you want to be perfect and be the best out at everything, and you can't do that,
Yeah.
you know. And
And
so it's like
he
finding what
talks
you're
about
good
that in
at
it too.
and what you're not good at. It's like
Yeah.
still, if you still have a passion for it, like for example, y'all know I can't read very good. Okay. I did really good this time for some reason. But most of the time when I read out loud, I don't do that well because I just start stuttering or I'm like thinking of stuff and then I don't end up reading it right, whatever. I get anxiety about it. I have since popcorn reading. That shit
Uh-huh.
fucking haunts me. Okay. But I still do it. I'm on my seventh book, bitch. Like I'm in this bitch. Like I'm reading in my head most of the time, but it's retaining. Like I can tell you the stories of what
Yeah.
happened, like it's crazy because before I would not have that experience. And that's something that I had to work toward, like
Yeah.
even with some of the books, like when I first started, I would have to read it a couple of times, but now I'm like getting to a point where actually I'm paying attention and it's retaining and it's something that I had to work for. It makes me
Yeah.
uncomfortable sometimes, even though it's just reading, but it's like I expect myself to be the best reader and know all the words on the page and all that
Yeah.
before even having an experience of it.
And
So
that's
it's hard
already
to like
like,
let that barrier down of like let yourself mess up, let yourself make a mistake, let yourself just try it. You don't have to be
then
the
you're
best.
already holding yourself back.
Yeah.
You already have it in your head. And that was another thing that I was saying, that like you kind of get confused with like a gut feeling and then that anxious feeling. So it's
Mm.
like you
It feels
think
the
that.
same way in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's saying you have like learning how to differentiate the two, because the anxiety is more like, so you're not a
Fear-based.
psychic. You think that, oh, this is gonna happen, and you're
Yeah.
thinking worst case scenario. Like you don't know that that's gonna happen. That's you like predicting it, and but
Anxiety
you're
is
not.
always fear-based.
Yeah, but like a
Yeah.
gut feeling is different if you feel like, oh, this is true, like something's wrong, something's unsafe, or
Right.
something like that. But like learning the difference between the two and not convincing
That's
yourself
hard.
that the anxiety is a gut feeling,
That's hard.
and so
When we first moved out, like I became such like even more of a homebody. I've always been a homebody, to be honest. And honestly, I wasn't really allowed to do a lot. Like I wasn't allowed to go over and spend the night at friends' houses and like do that whole thing a
kid.
lot. Yeah, as a teenager or anything, I wasn't allowed to do that a lot. So I think I just got used to being home, but then
Yeah.
having my own space and like whatever, it wasn't even that I wanted to be home, but I felt so strongly with my whole entire body that if I leave that door, something
Uh-huh.
bad is going to happen. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an accident. I don't know if
Right.
I don't know what it is, but I would always, not always, I would sometimes have this feeling like I can't go anywhere. Like I cannot. Whoever wants to go do what you do, what you want to do, but I'm staying here because I don't feel like whatever's going to happen outside is going to be positive, you know? And I would stay home. And a lot of the times nothing would happen, obviously, because Chev would end up going somewhere, whatever, without me because I'm not going to make him stay home. But I would feel so strongly like something bad's going to happen. And I don't know if my intuition's just, I just have the crown for that. I don't know. But it would terrify the shit out of me. And I would stay home a lot of the times because I was too scared. And so you keep running.
Like you said, like nothing happened. Yeah, like nothing happened. So it wasn't intuition, it was the anxiety. It was, and like you get confused between the two, right? Because it feels so similar. Yeah. That's and so like weird. And when the anxiety is that strong, you feel like you feel it deep down,
Yeah, it feels so real. Yeah. No. Oh my God, I've never thought about that before.
Yeah, there's so many things like in that book that I'm like, yeah, it says I'm like, even if I have to freaking UPS it and mail it over to you, like, you guys, I think
we're delusional. We gotta go now. It's not even that late, but I don't know what's happening. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully you got something out of this shenanigans that happened this week. Oh, I had a lot of fun.
The book I'm talking about, by the way, if you're ever interested, or because if we'll put a picture that you liked
when you were talking about it, we'll put a picture. But
yeah, Self-Sabotage to Self-Mastery. Don't remember the author, but the picture will be there.
Boom. She reads.
So it's by Brianna Wiest.
Shout out Brianna. Love her.
Oh, East? I thought you meant Wiest. Do you know who that's from?
No, Gina, I do not.
It's from SpongeBob. It's when they were walking and they had a little compass.
Like Peppa Pig or something.
That was not my era.
You have nieces and nephews though.
They didn't watch Peppa Pig though.
Really? Elijah used to love Peppa Pig.
Yeah, no, I only knew Peppa Pig from like the kids at school when I worked there. And then like the video of the whole whistle phone call thing.
Right. He also liked oh, you know what I used to love a lot? Max and Ruby.
I loved Max and Ruby and Max.
Ruby and Max. Max and Ruby. Ruby and her little brother
Max. I love that show. It was so good.
Yeah, it was. Okay, we gotta go. We love y'all so much. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.